Welcome to this week's Inside Track. I'm Illinois State Representative Brad Halbrook. Today we are breaking down a significant piece of legislation that's changing how companies operate, the Corporate Transparency Act, or CTA, of 2021. This is federal law. This law has far-reaching implications for businesses all across Illinois and all across the United States. I'm here to help explain why it exists, who it impacts, and some critical updates that you need to know. First, why is the Corporate Transparency Act even needed? The CTA was enacted to combat illicit financial activities such as money laundering, terrorist financing, and other forms of financial crime. Criminals often use anonymous shell companies to hide their identities and move illicit funds. With millions of these entities registered in the U.S., it's been notoriously difficult for law enforcement to track down the individuals behind them. By requiring most companies to disclose their beneficial owners information, or BOI, those who are ultimately own or control the company, the CTA claims to bring more transparency to the corporate structures and close loopholes that criminals have exploited. But not every business falls under the CTA's reporting requirements. 23 entities are exempt. For instance, large operating companies with over 20 full-time employees and over $5 million in revenue need not file. Banks, credit unions, and investment firms are exempt because they're already regulated by stringent federal or state oversight. Non-for-profits, like charities and religious organizations, are also excluded, given their public servant missions and their existing transparency requirements they follow. The reasons these exemptions are in place is to balance the law's goals with practicality. So why does this information go to FinCEN, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network of the United States Treasury? FinCEN is tasked with fighting financial crimes, and the beneficial owner information submitted under CTA is believed to help them do just that. This data will be secured in a secure database and accessible only to authorized agencies and financial institutions. So what happens when the data is not secured, when it's been breached by unsavory characters? Additionally, what other authorized agencies will have access to your information? Is that spelled out in the legislation? The goal is to provide law enforcement with the tools they need to identify bad actors while maintaining strict data security measures for the legitimate business owners. Now let's talk about the deadlines. If you've started a new company since January 1st of 2024, you must have filed your beneficial owner report within 30 days of incorporation. For companies already in existence, the deadline to file is January 1 of 2025. Failing to meet these deadlines could lead to hefty fines or even criminal penalties. All this may be well and good, however, we've seen this movie before. A state or federal agency that seeks to encroach on your freedom in the name of fighting crime. Most, if not all, of the information is made available to each of our respective secretaries of state and probably does not need any more federal oversight. But here's the good news. A federal judge in Texas recently issued a preliminary injunction against parts of the CTA. The argument is the reporting requirements are overly burdensome or infringe on privacy. This legal challenge will delay implementation and hopefully lead to changes in how the law is enforced. So it's critical to watch in the coming days, weeks, and months. If you're a business owner, it's essential to understand your responsibilities under the CTA and stay updated as the legal challenges unfold. As for now, the injunction is in place. I'm not a lawyer and I cannot provide any legal advice. My suggestion is for you to consult with a professional that you know and trust to see how the law affects you. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay informed and involved. I hope this information is helpful and I want to hear from you. I want your feedback. Please leave me your comments and suggestions on this topic and other topics for future discussions. Your feedback is vital. Thank you for taking time to watch. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe to my channels and hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Thank you.